Hey guys, are you wondering what intermittent fasting is? How do we do it if we're keto? Well, I've got answers for you, so keep watching. Hey guys, it's Sabrina from theunlife.com here back for another video. And we're always talking keto, low carb stuff, so I thought it was important that we address intermittent fasting. So first question is, what is intermittent fasting? Well, intermittent fasting is built on all of the benefits of fasting, but making it more manageable for people, because the odds are of you being able to fast for a day or two a week is just not really realistic. So intermittent fasting is really kind of built on the idea of consolidating your food intake to a certain number of hours per day. Now this is also including the time that you're sleeping. So most people do like a 16-8 breakdown. So they're fasting for 16 hours, eating for 8. More aggressively, you could do something like a 24. So that's fasting for 20 hours and then giving yourself a 4-hour window to consume all of your calories. So basically, some of the things that happen in your body when you are fasting is that your insulin factor 1, which contributes to things like diabetes and cancers and all of that you have in your body, reduces. So the production of IF-1 reduces in your body when you're in a fasting mode. And these cells also change from production to maintenance. So now your body is switched into a place where it's starting to repair itself. So those are a couple basic benefits of fasting, but how do we intermittent fast on keto? Now, my first point on intermittent fasting on keto is that if you are starting keto, do not focus on intermittent fasting. Know that that is not the most important thing. Getting into a fat burning mode is really the most important thing for you when you are starting keto. So don't study it if you're just starting. Just go about increasing your fats every day and doing what you need to do. Second thing about intermittent fasting on keto is that really fasting, maintaining a fasting phase in your body is really about keeping down those proteins and those carbs in your body. So that what that means is that your first meal of the day can actually be something, as long as you're keeping your proteins and your carbs down below 3 grams. Why is that? Because carbs and protein induce the production of insulin in our body, which is going to be a fuel source. And fasting is really about using your own body for a fuel source. So if you want to do something like have your bullet tea, bullet coffee in the morning, as long as what you're adding to your coffee does not contain carbs and proteins at an extreme amount, then you're still technically fasting. Me personally, I fast that way. I have my bullet coffee with heavy cream and MCT oil in the morning, just because sometimes I have like a little bit of a rumble in my gut. Not that I'm hungry, it's just that I kind of feel like I need something. So I'll have that in the morning and still technically be fasting for the day and not have my meal or anything to eat until a little bit later, probably around noon or 1 o'clock. But that's just what works for me. Another thing that's important to note with intermittent fasting is that you don't have to skip breakfast. If breakfast is something that you need, then have breakfast. Maybe you'll stop eating at the end of the day, or maybe you don't eat anything in the middle of your day. Whatever works for you, that is what you need to go for. Me personally, I've never been a huge breakfast person, so it's easy for me to skip through breakfast. Now, lunch and dinner, I'm gonna need something at that time, so that's when I eat. If you're hungry, eat. Don't starve yourself. Don't make yourself more miserable by starving yourself. If you need breakfast, have it. If lunch is something that you can skip, maybe you have breakfast, fast for a couple of hours during the day, and then have a dinner at nighttime. It's whatever it works for you. The thing for women as far as intermittent fasting is concerned is that because our bodies are constantly cycling with different sort of hormones to promote reproductive health, then it's a little bit harder for women to kind of do intermittent fasting throughout. This is whether you're keto, low carb, high carb, whatever you're doing. This is the same thing for everybody. There are certain times in our cycles that we need more. Our bodies actually need more. So you might not see the same sort of benefits. So that's another thing to keep in mind, that intermittent fasting for women is not something that you should aim to do every single day. Now for me, because my schedule is pretty sort of similar every day, I am making my bullet tea in the morning, throwing it into a swell bottle and taking it to work with me. That's just because it's simpler. That's how it fits into my life and that's how it works for me. Maybe you're having a breakfast sandwich every day, but I don't really need food in the morning. That's why I do my bullet tea in the morning. So some people might just eat morning, afternoon, and then have a really light lunch. Some people might have a really heavy lunch, heavy dinner meal, so that they can fast without anything in the morning. And more power to you, because no. So it's really about knowing your body and knowing what you need. So don't feel stuck or constricted by these sort of hourly limits of when you can eat when you're hungry, and your body will take care of the rest. Intermittent fasting is not a crucial part of keto. It is something that is an add-on. So don't feel like, oh, I'm starting keto, I have to skip breakfast or I have to do this. You don't have to do it. Focus on getting your body fat fueled, and you'll find that intermittent fasting comes a lot simpler and it happens naturally. You're just not hungry, so you don't eat. That's it. That's what intermittent fasting on keto looks like. So, if you have any questions, please let me know down below. Comments, thumbs up this video, and subscribe if you haven't, because there's lots more of this information coming your way, and I am sure you're going to enjoy every second of it. I'm sure of it. I'm sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.